Hey guys, so today we are going to continue with this learning target where we are not just understanding that forming groups helps animals to survive, but now we can try to make a solution that will help animals to be able to survive in groups and explain why and how it will work. All right, so we're really trying to climb up this ladder here, right? We're not just saying that we simply know animals survive better in groups. We're going to make our own solution and then work on explaining why and how that will work. Okay. So you should have already posted onto our Padlet your one or two questions that you have about insects. Sorry, guys. And now we're going to explore with Doug a little bit.
Hi, it's Doug. Have you ever had this happen? You're playing outside when you start to feel an itch on your shoulder.
Yep.
You go to scratch it, not really thinking too much about it, but instead of going away, the itch gets worse. You take a closer look and notice this, a big bump. It's a mosquito bite. So many times when I was a kid, I got excited about playing outside in the summer, and I'd forget about the mosquitoes. I'd come home with mosquito bites all over my arms and legs, and they'd itch so bad. Even when I sprayed mosquito repellent, or if I wore clothes to cover my skin, it seemed like I always still got at least a bite or two. Here's a mosquito up close. Mosquitoes have this tiny mouth that's almost like a needle. They stick that through your skin, but it's so small, sometimes you don't even feel it when they're biting you. Afterwards, though, you can definitely tell when you've been bitten. The bite starts to itch. Most people agree mosquitoes are incredibly annoying. It's certainly no fun to get a mosquito bite. But a few years ago, I was really surprised when I saw a report in the news. It claimed that the most dangerous animal on Earth is, well, you'd think what? Lions? Sharks, maybe? Snakes? Nope. It's mosquitoes. Really? I thought? Mosquitoes? Annoying is one thing, but dangerous? How could such a small insect be dangerous? What do you think?
Hmm. Why do you, or how do you think mosquitoes could be dangerous? Hmm. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think, and then I'm going to click on the hint. I will tell you if you want to pause the video and give yourself more time. All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm clicking on the hint. If you want more time to think, then pause. Here we go. Could sucking blood have something to do with it? Hmm. All right. Yeah, let's think.
About 200 years ago, there was a camp of soldiers from the French army, and many of them were getting sick. It was almost as if they had a bad case of the flu. The soldiers all had a fever, chills, headaches. Some of them were vomiting. Some soldiers got so sick that they died. This was very serious. No one could figure out where the disease was coming from. The army camp was located near a swamp, so some people thought the disease might be coming from the stinky swamp air. They named the disease malaria, from the words mala aria, which meant bad air. But at the time, no one understood what really caused malaria. The army asked a doctor, Dr. Alphonse Laveran, to see if he could figure out what was causing the soldiers to get sick. Dr. Laveran started his investigation by looking at the soldiers' blood under a microscope. Usually, this is what blood looks like under a microscope. But in soldiers with the disease, Dr. Laveran noticed that this is what their blood looked like. You notice those strange dark dots? When Dr. Laveran looked more closely, he realized that those dots were actually microscopic parasites, a type of germ, and he thought these might be what's causing the malaria disease. But to stop more soldiers from getting sick, Dr. Laveran had to figure out where were these germs coming from. He went to the swamp and he checked everywhere. He checked the air, he checked the water, he checked the soil, but he couldn't find these germs in any of these places. Then he realized the swamp had more than just bad smelling air. It had lots of mosquitoes. They were everywhere. Could it be that the mosquitoes were carrying these germs? Even though mosquitoes suck blood out of a person, when they do that, some of the mosquitoes' saliva or spit gets into a person's body. So, if mosquitoes did carry any microscopic germs inside their bodies, that means those germs might get passed straight into someone's blood when a mosquito bites. Years later, Dr. Laveran's idea was proven correct. Mosquitoes were responsible for spreading the germs that cause malaria. And it's not just malaria. Mosquitoes were discovered to carry germs that cause other diseases too. Diseases with names you might have heard of, like West Nile virus, Zika virus, and yellow fever. So, mosquitoes aren't dangerous because their bite makes you itch. They're dangerous because their bite can spread germs that cause different kinds of diseases. Every year, over 500 million people still get sick from diseases spread by mosquitoes. Luckily, scientists have discovered medicines that can help people get healthy again if they do get some of these diseases. But it's still very serious. If people don't get medical help, some of these diseases can lead to death. In trying to learn more about diseases spread by mosquitoes, scientists have noticed that many of these diseases are more common in some places in the world than in other places. For example, this map shows the places where malaria is most common.
Yeah, so here's the United States. So you can see that it's very uncommon. In the United States.
Notice how all of these places are places near the middle regions of the Earth,
Mhm.
places near the equator. These are the warmest places on Earth, what we call the tropics. Although mosquitoes are found all over the world, except Antarctica, the tropics have the most mosquitoes, which might explain why diseases carried by mosquitoes are more common in the tropics. But why would that be? Why would there be more mosquitoes living in the tropics compared to other places? What do you think?
Hmm. So this is the last thing we'll do today. Why do you think there's more mosquitoes that live in tropical places? I'm going to click on the play button in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If you need more time to think, hit pause. So here's just a video. Oh, dog face out there. Okay. We will answer this question tomorrow. Okay. Good work for today. If you did not post your questions on Padlet, make sure you do that now.